This is Alec Chamberlain doing the AST 195 project number 3. So we have our telescope all set up and ready to set up our finder. So first we will use the scope with the lowest power. We will use the 26 millimeter scope. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our finder aligned with an object in our field of view with the telescope. And what the finder will do is the finder will allow us to quickly and accurately find an object in the sky without having to frantically look around in circles. So the object I chose to center in on was the sign posted on the fence there. If you can see that white sign, pretty small object, so I figured if I could focus in on that from this distance, I should be able to see objects similar in size to it. So what we have here is, if you look in the telescope, we can see the object right there. So the finder is slightly off. So you have two knobs. One is going to adjust your horizontal position, and one's going to adjust your vertical position. So the top knob will adjust, this knob here will adjust your horizontal position, and your knob here will kind of adjust your left and right, also somewhat horizontal position. So when you turn it, the horizontal position or the vertical position, it's kind of getting hard to see. Put it back here a little bit, but as we turn it, we get closer and closer to our object until we're right on it. So we're right on the object, and as you can see through the telescope, the object is within our field of view. So we have successfully centered our finder and telescope are now somewhat in sync. So now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to select a different object with our higher powered, I guess we're going to go with the highest powered 6 millimeter lens that is going to allow us to have the scope centered in on something that is somewhat far away. And it's going to allow us to see things much farther in distance. So we're going to get out the next lens, and here we have our 6.3 millimeter lens. So this is what it looks like. So the directions, lowest powered and highest powered. So our lowest powered is of course going to be the 26 millimeter, and then our highest powered is going to be the 6.3. So we'll loosen our screw, our lens, and our little lens holder. Perfect. Now we'll take our lens, we'll put it into position, we'll tighten the adjusting screw, and we will pick a different object. I will probably pick, there is a couple of transformers on this telephone pole all the way back here, and they're gray, so they're kind of hard to see. But I'm going to somewhat line our guy up with them. So still difficult to see probably because of the focus. Might have to bring it up and over just a little bit with our adjusting tools, and I want to aim it kind of towards the top of the pole, kind of in the middle there. I wanted to do something a little farther away. So now we're going to adjust our view. So that we can see much clearer. And so we have the light. Kind of scoot back a little bit so it doesn't play out, but it's right on the two gray boxes. And then when we look in our scope, although they're kind of difficult to see, there are the gray boxes for the transformer. Okay, let me try to get a better view. This lens is a little smaller, but there you can kind of see the gray boxes, and we have it just centered on them. So just centered on them. So we used the high-powered lens to see an object farther away. So of course, if you look right there, that is the plate, and all the way up here is our transformer. So probably a good 100-yard distance, if not better. We have our 90-degree attachment. Again, I'm kind of rolling around in an office chair, and I have it swiveled. See, the hole is much smaller on the 6.3 versus the 26 millimeter. A lot easier to see through it. But so using the smaller lens is a little more difficult, but you can kind of see where the trees are, and then you can see right where the gray box starts. So that is how to set your lens up. And every time I sight in, it unfocuses, but it's right on the gray boxes. It's just kind of the glare of the sun that's kind of removing it. But this kind of sums up the video again. So you use the 26 millimeter for the sign, the 6.3 millimeter lens, the high powered lens for the transformer. I have all my stands up correctly, and kind of have the 90-degree attachment cocked to the side. Both of my horizontal adjustments and vertical adjustments, I have my counterweight set up properly. So that is how to set up your view so that you can get a better viewpoint of anything you can see in the sky. Thanks.